How important is it to start conference play with a strong showing?
It's last year of the NHC, and you want to have a strong showing in every game. And in our conference, you can't take a day off. And we start right out the chutes every year with Homestead, which is great. I think there's some stat about like 75% of the years of our conference that this game has determined the conference champion. And we play that up with our kids that it's a huge game, but then we do the same thing next week. And I'm excited. I have a lot of respect for Coach Zolman and Homestead team, and I'm excited to go down there for a great challenge.
You look at that offense that they bring to the table, especially what they did in that first game. What comes to mind as far as trying to slow that thing down?
Well, it's definitely one of the best receiving corps I've seen in my years as a high school coach. They're very talented. They're tall. They're fast. Quarterback puts it on the money. They pass protect well, and we're going to have to play great. We're kind of a short team, and they've got some advantages there. We're going to have to show up and get after it because they can kill you any second. That's not like an offense that's going to bludgeon you to death. It's an offense that can bludgeon you to death, but can also, just quick strike 80 yards right there, and it changes the game.
You guys have shown that you can bring it defensively. I think it was it 9 turnovers in the Huntington North game? It was a really high number. I mean, do you guys need to take that opportunistic approach on Friday?
Any chance we have to make a play, we need to make it. We just got to play smart and limit their opportunities, and we got to be better offensively. And last week against Warsaw, we were just on the field too long defensively, and offensively we got to get some first downs, move the ball, put it in the end zone when we can, make some field goals, and keep it a low scoring game. And they're definitely a talented team, and we're a young and inexperienced team that's trying to we want to be up there though. I don't ever like the idea that think that we're trying to get back to that spot. I like our kids to believe that we're up there and we belong up there, and we can prove it Friday night, or we can prove the other thing.
You mentioned that you want to keep this one a low-scoring game. How much are you referencing last year's matchup with Homestead when talking to the guys this week?
Last year's team in both ways is two totally different beasts. They didn't have a great year last year. They were playing better at the beginning of the year, and we weren't. And they beat us in a low-scoring game last year. Honestly, we've used the film a little bit, but we haven't thought about the type of game that it was. I think there's too many different variables this year, and when I say low-scoring game, we just mean just limiting possessions. If you just allow them to go up and score in 3 plays, it puts a lot of pressure on your offense. We don't mind playing in a 35, 34 game, but you don't want to. It's just we want to control the ball and play good defense and give ourselves a chance at the end.
Is this something where you're talking to the offense this week, saying it may come down to a situation where you guys got to put up some serious points this week for us to have a chance?
I think it's just going to come down to we're averaging too many turnovers right now. We've played pretty well defensively. We've stayed on the field too long. We've just turned it over in the second half of both games, and if we don't turn it over, we're going to be in a position to be there at the end. We just have to care about protecting the ball and be aggressive and get off the ball and punch them in the mouth. That's kind of what you have to do in an NHC game.
This has kind of been the tradition the last number of years. It's these two teams square off to start conference play. I mean, how big has this game become for you guys?
It's always a big game, Homestead, because it's usually whoever wins this is going to be an NHC title. They're going to compete with it. We had a tough loss to them last year, but we're coming back out. We want to. They're leaving the conference. We want to end on good terms.
What's it going to take? I mean, you look at that offense, especially what they were able to do week 1. What are the things that they do well that you guys have seen on tape?
Logan Ormsby. He's got a good arm. You got Ben Skronik. He pretty much, if he's in open field, he's going to score. DB's got to keep it together. Defensive line's got to get a good rush on them. We can't let big plays happen.
You guys proved in the Huntington North game that you can force a lot of turnovers. Is being opportunistic on Friday, is that going to be key for you guys?
Yeah. Well, we definitely need turnovers to win. It's gonna be a good game. Whoever doesn't turn the ball over the most and whoever can just compete. Turnovers is always a big part of a football game. And Homestead doesn't have mistakes, but they're not perfect. We're not perfect either. So we need to capitalize on those, and we got to take the opportunities when we can.
Last year, you guys had a big game here, and you had a juggernaut offense, and Carroll come in. Everyone was picking Carroll. You guys stopped them. Are you guys drawing at all on that game as you get ready for this game?
I wouldn't say we're really focused on the other game besides Homestead this week. Homestead, I wouldn't say we're rivals, but we're not really rivaled with DeKalb as much as we used to be. So more of the Fort Wayne schools this year. Homestead is always a Super Bowl. If it's not here, it's there. They got the turf, so it's nothing different. We got to show up and play.
How big is the Homestead game?
It's a huge game. Like Keaton said, whoever wins this usually competes for a conference title, and with Homestead leaving after this year, it just raises the bar even more. I think we're rivals. This game's huge for both sides, and just focus on beating Homestead every year.
You know they're going to put up their points. Offensively, are you guys feeling the pressure that you need to put some points on the board in this one?
I don't think we're feeling pressure. Our defense is great. I believe one of the best defenses in the state. So, no, we're not really feeling the pressure, but we know we need to put up points. You see we struggled with that in the second half, the past 2 games, and that's what happened last week. So I don't feel like we're under any pressure at all because we have plenty of faith in our defense, and our defense has faith in us, so it goes hand in hand.
How do you guys fix that this week where there isn't necessarily that drop-off in the second half?
Mentally getting into it when we're tired, after a conditioning session, going live 11 on 11 after we run 40s or whatever we do that day for conditioning. So the whole mental aspect of it was huge, and just keep on pushing the ball down the field as fast as we can.
Do you guys draw at all on any of the close games last year? And I know I asked Keaton about this, about the Carroll game, because that was a game where everyone was picking Carroll, and I think a lot of people are picking Homestead in this one, but you guys have proven it one time already. Do you draw on that, saying, hey, we faced a high-powered offense, we weren't expected to win, we beat them? Is that something that you guys draw on this year?
Well, we don't mind being the underdogs in games. We don't mind it at all. Kendallville's a small town. They're really not predicting much at all over the big 6A Fort Wayne schools, but we believe we can measure up to anybody, and we've proven that in the years past, and we're not going to back down from anybody.
You like the underdog role?
What?
You like the underdog role?
Oh, we love it. We thrive for it.
Why?
Why? Because everybody doubts you. It's nice to go out there and prove some people wrong when they don't believe in you, and it's a great feeling.
What's going to be key for you guys offensively?
Not turning the ball over. Our defense stepping up big, like they do week in, week out. Just comes down to turnovers, and we don't turn the ball over. A team who turns the ball over is going to lose the game. It's a fact. It's going to happen, but we're going to be the team not turn it over.
In a game of this magnitude, do you like that it's another turf field?
Yeah, I like it because we play on it here at home. It's the same turf. They just got it redid, so we're going to make our mark on it.